What up, everyone? I don't have a cool little gimbal thing like Jan, so this is going to be a bit wobbly. I'm sitting in direct sunlight. It's not going to look great, but it is the final day of KEIGH3. I'm wearing my Simon Phoenix t-shirt to give me the strength I need to carry me through this day. It's going to be a weird one. It's the final day. I wasn't sure whether we'd be able to actually record anything out in the world, and I'll explain why in a bit. But previously on the last couple of vlogs that we did, we kind of had a loose plan of time. Like, hey, we're going to be kind of available in this 45-minute to an hour slot so we can record something. We'll record ourselves going somewhere as we're going there for our appointment, or just have a quick chat. Today's one of those days where it's like, I'm not sure when we can record something other than at the start or at the end of the entire day. And that'll be kind of boring, if you know what I mean. It'll be like, here's what we're gonna do, or here's what we did. And I think the fun thing from when I watch these kind of travel vlogs or event vlogs is over the course of the day is interesting to see. So I thought I'd start today by recording something myself alone in this room, and then see if I can find the time over the course of the day to record smaller things, either on my own or with Lucy, or ask Lucy to do her own stuff, and then we can see if Jan's able to stitch it all together. But the reason today is going to be weird is because it is the final day. The big deal today is the Microsoft press conference, the Xbox Bethesda press conference. I got up at like 6 a.m. I was out until like 2 a.m. Just hanging out with people that we haven't seen in ages, friends and that kind of stuff, catching up. It's been good so far. Luckily, I don't get a lot of sleep anyway, so I'm okay functioning most days on little to no sleep. But yeah, so I got up at like 6. It's currently about 8. Call time for me and Lucy is 9 in the war room, where we're going to be doing the pre and post show for the press conference. This is where it gets tricky. Press conference is going to end, then we've got a half an hour post show. During that press conference, there's going to be a surprise announcement that I would say what it is now, because you'll probably be seeing this in retrospect, but I've been told so many different things at this point that I'm like, it's safer to not say it. One, because I can come back to it later during this discussion and be like, yep, this was a thing I thought, oh, wow, it wasn't. But two, because if it doesn't happen in the way that things tend to like pivot in weird ways, and I'm the one who said it, I'll look like an idiot on the internet, and I need to have some credibility if I'm going to work at giantbomb.com. But the tricky thing is we've got an extremely limited window to get from the hotel to the venue where Microsoft is giving the interviews for it. We've got to get a cameraman there, and it'll be myself and Lucy going down there to do the interview. Obviously, Microsoft hasn't outright told us who it is, but we have to make a distinction now between do we send the most experienced crew and camera equipment down to Microsoft, where that interview is going to be, or do we keep them here at the hotel, where very soon after that interview will be another interview. The interview that we'll be doing in the hotel is with Harvey Smith, director of Redfall, the Bethesda game from Arcane Austin, which is a huge interview. Myself and Lucy are also going to be doing that, and like we're very excited to do that. We like love Arcane games, and like Harvey is fascinating to talk to. So it's kind of, we were kind of like fish trying to be like, can you tell us outright, you know, so we know where to send the good stuff, the good camera. And they were like, cagey. But I've heard enough things and seen enough things that we're kind of going to have to make a call on it this morning. But the plan is, and this is why it's kind of stressful, is do the post show for the actual press conference, immediately leave and go look at the Uber situation, because LA Ubers are wild. Like sometimes you open it and it's like, your next Uber's coming in 20 minutes. Or we can power walk it down, which will be like 15 minutes. And hopefully we get there with about 10 minutes to spare. The plan is also to send a cameraman ahead of time to go there, check in, get set up, so they can just drag their equipment into the recording space. The moment that interview is done, Lucy and I will have to bail on the camera person who's going to strike down the set to power walk back or Uber back so that we can get here in time to interview Harvey. It's going to be tight. It's going to be stressful. There's going to be a lot of like anxious walking, and there's going to be a lot of sweaty people on camera. I'm sure at this point you'll be able to go watch those interviews. Just look how out of breath and panicked we may be looking. And if we do look that way, it's because we've been walking back and forth between two venues. I've got a bit of shite in my beard. Why did no one tell me? Also, why does my beard look white? What is this? Oh, it's pillow fluff. Yeah, it's interesting. I've been doing this for a lot of years now, and this isn't the first time a situation like this has happened. This used to happen all the time, but it was like, I remember jumping off a plane to E3, and then I had basically an extremely limited window to get from the airport to the center, the convention center, and get to an interview with Todd Howard. And there's one of me out there. It's the one time I've interviewed Todd Howard at E3. And you can see that I look tired, I look sweaty, I've just come off the plane, and like my suitcase is like nearby. It was wild. And so this has happened a lot, but I think one of the interesting things over the last couple of days, speaking to a lot of like seasoned people who have been doing this stuff for ages, the kind of thing this has been an easier version of E3, and yet everyone is still kind of tired and kind of struggling with it, both the part of working it and also like the social element of it. And I was talking to someone, and we described it as like being like the first session back at the gym after, I was talking to Bruce Green actually, we described it as the first session back at the gym after not being there for a month, like, or two. You used to do this stuff all the time, but because you've been out of it and out of practice, the stamina's not there, and your like body's not able to deal with it as easily, and you're mentally not prepared for it. So we came in, and it's been great, but it's also been exhausting. And doing this stuff, like I said, I've done it a bunch of times, but I think the one thing that's really wild is you never get used to it, like presenting, interviewing. I get nervous between every single interview, and I've been interviewing developers for maybe like 10 years now. And before every interview, I just get like panic. I get quite anxious, and like heart rate's through the roof, and start sweating and getting up in my head. And I have to like spend the mornings kind of just walking myself through what I need to do in the day. And if I haven't prepared my interview, if I feel like I need to prepare an interview, I'll do that ahead of time. Usually I don't prepare a lot of questions for my interview. I know the things I need to ask. I know the context around the game. I'll have that stuff. Sometimes I write down like subject matter or context prompts or stuff like that. And I'll read through that in the morning and kind of like talk it out loudly to myself to kind of get settled. And that's kind of what this video is. It's just a little insight into the calm before a storm and how a person deals with it. I think I'm lucky because I get to do a lot of it with Lucy, and she's been doing it longer than I have, and she's like way more presenting on camera wise, and she's way more like calm and collected, and like, I know that if I fuck anything up, she'll be there, she'll catch it, it'll be cool, which is a good safety net to have. But I'm sure she's also like quite stressed out about what this is, what this day is going to be, but it will be fun. So the plan is I'll try and shoot some bits here and there and see if Lucy's up for it. I'll try and record a bit during the walk from immediately after the post show to the interview. It'll probably be not great audio, but we'll see what happens. And then we'll try and catalog how it all goes throughout the day. And then by the end of it, with any luck, you'll have a decent vlog video. See you soon. This is a mic check for the GameSpot pre and post show for the Xbox and Bethesda games showcase, and it's also doubling up as a bit of the vlog for Giant Bomb. I'm currently sitting where we're going to be sitting for the entirety of the stream. Lucy is over there. Say hi, Lucy. Say hi, Lucy.
Hi.
There we go. So after this, we are gonna do the pre-show, then the event's gonna happen, then the post-show, then Lucy and I gotta get up and hightail it to the hotel to do an Xbox interview, the aforementioned mysterious Xbox interview, and then get back here to do a Harvey Smith interview. It's all heating up. On the final day, it becomes the first day of E3. I need to make myself louder. Bye. Alright, so we just wrapped up the Xbox press conference. Hightailed it out and jumped into a cab. Now we are going to the Xbox. What is it called? What's it called? It's like a hotel thingy where they did the mixer thing yesterday.
Oh, it's the Grammys Museum.
It's the Grammys Museum. That's what it is. It's on top of the Grammys Museum, where we will find someone to talk to about a video game.
Mystery
interview. I think it's Josh Sawyer.
Today's Josh Sawyer.
From Obsidian, who will be talking about, I'm going to say this game wrong to his face, and it's going to be devastating. I think it's Pentiment.
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 What a word.
What a word. Pentiment. I'm going to ask, my first question is going to be, what does Pentiment mean? Josh Sawyer, of course, if you don't know, legendary. Perhaps not super well known amongst people, but designer of worked on Icewind Dale, worked on Fallout New Vegas, importantly, Pillars of Eternity. Studio design director at Obsidian, which means we're going to ask him about Pentiment, but we're going to try and sneak in some questions about Avowed, because no doubt he'll have had some hand in that. Interestingly, Obsidian also showed off Grounded today. Probably not going to talk much about that, but the other thing is Outer Worlds 2 been announced but didn't show up here, so we've got a few things to ask him about. And I mean, assuming it is him, if we get there and it's like,
it wasn't.
It'll be terrible if it wasn't him.
We just asked him about
but we'll check in from the actual event. See you soon. Thank you.
Hello.
Working hard or hardly working?
I'm looking to see what time because we have this interview and then we've got to hot foot it back.
1:15 it begins.
It is 1:15. Okay, we're talking to Harvey Smith about Redfall, and you're going to be running this interview.
You're going to be running the next one.
And I'm going to be running the next one.
So we'll trade off roles.
Yeah.
Alright, this way.
Thank you.
Here we go. Where's your line? Where are we going?
I have no idea. They said they were going to meet us there.
Yeah. Is it an Ellipsis?
So it's like a turn-based dodge game.
Oh, we're going through the actual...
The first floor.
Okay.
Wow, okay. The back of the house. Okay. Right there. I think we come down a flight of stairs. Okay. Do you want me to walk you or you got it? I Got it. They can get back there with the mini badges, right?
As long as you're escorting them.
Okay,
Yep.
perfect.
Yep.
I don't think I've ever been in here.
No. It's a different venue this year, a little smaller.
Yeah.
You can slow down, sorry. I feel like we're running all day.
It's good. It's good. Cool. Good night.
You guys all have credentials? That
I'm
can't
escorting
come in.
them. I just talked to Paige and
Do
she
you have
said if
your
I'm...
other? Give me one second.
Yeah. Secret Service class.
No.
Okay.
So close. So close.
Hey, I have a staff trying to escort 4th floor backstage two people that are media. Are you okay with that?
As long as they have the hologram sticker, yes.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
She does.
Perfect, all good.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Holograms taking over. So we live in a hologram world.
No, apparently.
It's massive. Yeah. Mm,
Sorry, I'm just looking at all the posts.
yeah. Content capturing.
Oh, that's an HD one. I haven't seen that.
That's awesome.
Little sign.
Empire of the Sun. Foo Fighters.
Oh, look at that one.
Holy, sorry.
We gotta stop for Lucy to take them back.
I know. Look, there's so little. Look, my phone's broken. I'll come back. It's on the video.
You can do it now if you want. He's still eating lunch, so that's fine.
My phone is kind of broken there. So,
Oh, no.
oh, look at this baby. Well, Coldplay, but you know, phone's been shut down.
It's me every day, depressed mode. Weezer. So, this is the Grammy music, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a minute.
Alright, Pee Wee Herman Show.
Oh, that's one for Kurt.
One for Kurt. Chromeo. Rat-a-tat. Blondie. Ooh, do not touch. Oh, is it an Xbox cake? It's a whole cake. That looks like an Xbox. Who is that for?
Yeah, it's not for us though. Or at least I haven't been.
Phil Spencer putting his whole hand in there. Drake.
So we call this show Maybe is it a one-off episode of Is It Cake?
It's on Phil Spencer's rider. He's like, I need one cake to punch.
But I need it to
Often.
look exactly like an Xbox
Yeah.
Series X.
Hello, monkey.
Hello.
Say hi to the giant bomb. All right, there we go. Let's get it. Harvey. If I'm late, just tell Harvey to wait.
We've got Harvey Smith after this, and Tam was like, yeah, Redfall, but I want to talk about Elden
Are you
Ring.
talking about Elden Ring? Me and Harvey got stuff on.
We spoke to him on Monday, and there was a point where it's like, we've got 25 minutes, and then someone dropped in Elden Ring. It's like, we'll pick this up later.
Excellent. Spent loads of time living Leon with him, so catching up to do.
Alright, so there's a belt clip. Just put on your belt or something. Okay. Or put it in your back pocket.
I'll do that.
Do you want me to hold your badge, Tam?
Oh yeah, that we do. Thank you.
You don't want to show up with that?
Nah.
I was gonna. Well,
It will reflect a bit of light into the camera, and then I'll get in trouble for it or something.
But I also said that because you're wearing a Demolition Man T-shirt, and I knew you would want to represent.
Simon Phoenix T-shirt off.
Do you want me to take it?
Also, it's incredibly hot.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you want to freshen up first?
No, I'm good. Where are we sitting? No, I'm good. Over there?
Okay, cool. Yes.
It's gonna be difficult.
Do you want water first?
No, I'm not. I'm good. Okay. You good? Yeah, I'm good. Okay.
Actually, let me take my gloves off.
So that's no when and where. It's really. Okay.
Oh. Extreme close-ups are. Give me 1 sec, please.
I was chatting to Jake just now, and the moment it was revealed, he sent me all the PL stuff, and he was like, "This is what you need to read. You don't have to read anymore."
Yeah. Again, sorry we took Jake.
It's okay. I'm glad he's happy. Just take care of him.
We'll take care of
no.
it.
I'm also secretly so excited they're moving back. I'm not even secretly excited they're moving back.
One of the reasons I moved over was to be close to them and like hang out with them, and then they moved there, and I was like, made a terrible mistake.
Ouch, Tam. I mean,
I see what I want you to hold this. Just hold this.
I don't need to snap it.
you snap it.
If you want. It's unnecessary, but
Go for it. Ready?
not yet. Let's do a sound check first. Josh, would you count to 10, please?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay.
It's not a competition.
I do it like that because, like, if I don't, I reach about 4, and then my brain goes, "Do you know what the next?" And I'm like, "Do I know what the next number is?"
Okay, you're good.
Okay. Clap it.
Sure.
Hi, gamers.
Hello, gamers.
It's done.
It's done.
It's finished. I feel like Frodo at the end of Lord of the
KEIGH3 is over.
KEIGH3 is
G3.
over. We just did our last interview. We had Harvey Smith from Arcane to talk
Check it
about
out now on
Redfall.
GameSpot.com.
Hopefully it'll be up in time. We had a great chat with him. Talked about obviously Redfall, Arcane's design ethos, and then Elden Ring.
Elden Ring, baby.
But when we went down to Microsoft earlier, we were handed these when we left. So, oh no, hang on! I just realized they've been actually printed upside down.
Oh no!
Oh no! So we got the Xbox bags, and they have been printed upside down. So that is
You truly hate to see it.
unfortunate.
Phil Spencer just raging in the building like, "Who's done this?"
I've never seen a tote bag with a pocket.
With a pocket, yeah, that's new. So we're gonna do a debagging, as we like to call
Can
it.
we stop saying debagging?
No,
It's
debagging
really
is going to be a new content vertical at Giant Bomb.
Okay, so number one.
What we got? Popcorn. The popcorn competition now begins.
Do you want to do one?
Yeah, go on.
I think it's just stuff to watch.
Oh.
Hello.
Oh no, I know what this is.
There's a bottle of
This
water.
is a bottle of water.
What do you think it was? Do you think it was booze?
I thought it was something. I was like, oh, is this a flashlight? It's just
I don't think Phil would give
an
us
Xbox. I like to imagine Phil personally packed every single one of these.
Phil got us gummies though.
Are they normal gummies or are
I
they
think they are normal
special gummies?
Oh,
Aww.
wait,
You did think?
we got normal gummies.
I want some special gummies. This is my go. Okay. Okay, this is heavy. I feel like this is coffee.
Why did they give you coffee in a bag?
No, it's smart. It's M&M's. M&M's.
Based Phil.
Based
That's
on
it.
the M&M's. Is that it?
That's it. I think it was just to watch the fan fest, like watch the thing.
Yeah, I think it's stuff for like, while you're there, if you get hungry, drink and eat and all that kind of thing.
I will say.
Popcorn looks kind of
No, but why?
nuclear.
This is like, you know, when you see bananas and they've been put in plastic, it already has. Just whack a sticker on that.
Whack a sticker on it.
Whack a
Don't put it
sticker
in a
on it.
box.
Think
You're
of
wasting
the
materials.
environment. But no, otherwise, I don't know. I'm gonna dig into these later.
We're gonna give it a rating out of 5.
That is unfortunate, isn't it?
I think we're gonna have to go with a 2.
That is unfortunate.
That's a 2 out of 5.
Yeah, it was the M&Ms that really saved it.
Yeah, the M&M's really saved it. Pocket on the
Pocket
bag.
also good. Gummy
It's
bears.
fine. Yeah.
Oh, there's another pocket in there. I've never seen a tote bag with
That many
so
pockets,
many
yeah.
pockets.
There you have it.
The official
the end
review.
of KEIGH3.
We don't leave till tomorrow, either.
I know, but we're off it today. I'm doing anything until.
I'm recording a bloody podcast.
Oh yeah, we've got to do that. Yeah. But we'll see you again soon. We hope you've enjoyed these vlogs, in-person vlogs. There's probably going to be more. Shout out to Jan, who has been editing these. If you're watching this, put a W in the chat for Jan, in the comments. You know.
But also for his married boy.
Oh no. Wario time.
It's Wario time.
See you later.